Well, thank you very much. It's brilliant to be able to join you for this eco seminar today online, Standing Up for Our Future. As you know, I'm the co-chair of the Cambridge Schools Eco Council and the School Eco Society, and also the UN Child Ambassador for the SDGs. As part of this commitment, I edit an online blog, Nico's Natural World, with over 9,000 impressions and hundreds of followers. The UN Convention on the Rights of the Child promises a healthy environment and education about nature, and guarantees us a voice in decisions that concern us. Our future and the futures of all species on Earth concern us. I might be only a small child, but I know that advancing the world's SDGs, especially SDG 15, to protect life on land, makes the difference between a terrible global nightmare and the future we want. As we know, many SDG 15 targets are very unlikely to be met. According to the UN, land desertification is getting worse. According to the UN, biodiversity loss is occurring at an alarming rate. Invasive species are taking over, and illegal poaching and trafficking of wildlife continues. All this bad behavior prevents global efforts to protect and restore vital ecosystems and species. From 2000 to 2015, more than 1/5 of the world's land area was degraded, largely due to human actions like desertification, cropland expansion, and urbanization. There have been terrible declines in land cover for grasslands especially. Further, the most fundamental and irreversible human impact on nature is species extinction. The Red List Index measures the risk of extinction, with 1 for no threat and 0 for all species are extinct forever. The Red List has determined from 0.82 in the 1990s to 0.73 in 2020. On these key indicators, we're going backwards, everyone. It's really important right now to speak out in order to help everyone to wake up. Even as our whole world is locked down in frightening quarantines and curfews from the global COVID-19 pandemic, we can and must still speak out for our Earth and the future generations of all species. As we've heard in earlier eco seminars, we live in a climate emergency, and it will get worse if we can't all work together. Rather than restarting all the harmful practices and calling it recovery, this is not just for humans. Nature needs to help. We live in a biodiversity emergency with thousands of species already lost and many more at risk of going extinct forever, unless we can all help to protect nature recovery. We plan economic recovery. Land and forest degradation and biodiversity loss are real, dangerous, and urgent. As children, we are trying very hard to be heard, locally and globally, to stop the suffering and losses from getting even worse. The CRC promises us a healthy environment, and this right means that willful destruction of natural habitats without any regard for the plants and animals, nor for all future generations, just needs to stop. We must make sure our leaders tackle the climate and biodiversity crisis with the same strength and unity they have shown us with the novel coronavirus pandemic, instead of ignoring it until everything is just too late. If we want to make a difference, we must scale up our knowledge, our education, our actions, and our voices. It's not all bad news. There are some encouraging global trends. Some kinds of forest loss are slowing down, more key biodiversity areas are being protected, and more finance is flowing towards nature. Healthy wetlands, rainforests, and mountain ecosystems are providing services to thousands, and getting some of these areas are slowly greening back. During the pandemic, nature did a bit of rest, but it's not enough. As kids, we need scientists, journalists, and all leaders to help find new ways to stop the urgent threats of climate change and biodiversity loss. Together, just as has been promised in the SDGs. We need new guardian laws, institutions, and networks on all levels to protect nature and biodiversity. We need better local and global programs so that we can all get involved in helping plants and wildlife that have started to return during the lockdown to stay safe. We all need to plant for our planet. The greener our world, the stronger our soils, and the more habitat for all species. Even the smallest child can make a big difference towards a more sustainable world for us. Thank you.